Live? I think I'm live. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? A few minutes late tonight, but you know what? Not that bad. You know what I mean? 6 minutes late. Remember the days where it was like 36 minutes late? Me neither. I was never that late, right? Oh, okay, sometimes I was. But anyway, what's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Or should I say, how's everybody doing on this Thursday evening, baby? Yes. What's up, everybody? What up? All right. What is so? It is Thursday, huh? Okay. What sort of tweet message do we get out for today? Game uncollected today? Hey, congrats. Shido Brown sent it over £2 saying I haven't been slapped in a while. Be gentle. Shido Brown. I'll be as gentle as it needs to be. I didn't know what that means. Oh, God. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Shido Brown, one slap coming right up, my friend. Heel dip. Alright. Fire in the hole! Slap. that was my gentle slap. That was my version of a gentle slap. But alright, what's up, everybody? You know what? No, let's get a tweet out. I was gonna say let's do cutoffs, but we'll do cutoffs in just a moment. Hashtag poopy diapers stink. Hobbit. They sure do. What the heck? Alright, let's see here. Dearest at Marvel Champions. It's a weird one today, is it? It is a weird one, yeah. Be sure to reminder, you still need 4-star man thing. Be sure to pick him up. Yeah, good reminder. I actually was not thinking that. But that's a good reminder. Please don't spam though, whatever you do, because now I'm seeing that message like 3 times, all on the same screen, 4 times. We don't need the spam on it. Too gentle? I still want to feel something. I'm sorry, man. I went with gentle. You hear about Pluto? It's messed up, right? It is messed up. It is messed up. I'm about to say hi. Good night, mates. Alright, MSD. What's up, man? Later, dude. Have a good night. I don't even know what to say. What do we say for tonight's tweet, man? Brian. Sup, dude? What up, Pete? How goes your adventures in Illustrator Land? What's the cutoff for 5-star Morningstar? We'll get there in just a moment. The estimated cutoffs, at least. I'm trying to think of something involving Morningstar for the tweet. Let me see. There's a somewhat obvious joke with Morningstar and Man-Thing together. You know, last time Morningstar was in the arena, I think she was with King Groot or something like that. And there was a Morningwood joke between them, but it's almost there with Man-Thing, not quite. Taylor Boss sent it over too, saying $2 wall, can't go to the mall, please don't fall. And if you do, people will lol. Oh, it's terrible. I couldn't think of anything that rhymed with fall. That fit at least. Taylor Bost. I'm so sorry I ruined your sweet rhymes. But thank you very much for the 2 ban. Appreciate it, dude. Talk about Act 7 BG? Oh yeah, we could do that. Okay. Let's say, so you're already teasing Act 7, huh? Guess better get into Act 6.4 this weekend. Bring us no. Alright, that's good enough. Tweet. Couldn't think of anything clever to say. Good enough. Alright, let's take care of some cutoffs. So this is what I guessed for Sorcerer Supreme. I mean, I basically just put the cutoff that she went for on round 1 for round 2. And I did hear that she went high again. So happy that I did not do the grind. Of course, I wanted Sorcerer Supreme, but not that bad, so we're fine. Alright, let's, Morningstar. I don't think she's gonna go super high, but she is really fun in the incursions, and some people might just want to awaken her, and people are still home after all. So, I'm gonna say 33 million. 32 mil. Let's go 32 mil. 4-star is not going to go so high. We'll say 6 mil on that one. Put the old 750k for the 3-star. And then man thing. I don't think he's going to go high. We're going to say 2 million on that one. As always, guys, these are just guesses. I do not know what any of these champions are going to go for. So please do yourself a favor. If you are a grinded, make sure you grind safe out there. You know what I mean? Grind if you're out there with your man thing, grind safe, okay? And go higher. King Mr. Milkman, my milk delicious. Sending over $1. What a name. I don't even know how to respond to that one. No message. I don't see any other message from you in the chat. Just sending over $1 just because. Well, King Mr. Milkman, my delicious. Thank you very much. Appreciate the buck. Hashtag Beard Gang, sup BG. What up, Captain Bay? Kingpin Destructive Feedback Quest 6.2.4 is done. 9 out of the final 4 paths tonight. Nice, dude. Good stuff. Does BG need Man Thing, or does Man Thing need BG? It's not Carson. You're right. I don't know what the answer is, but whatever it is, you're right. Let's do a little bit of energy dumpage, and then we gotta go to Alliance Quest, and then we'll go hit the arenas. We'll do all that stuff. Scream did go high. I got her at 65 mil within the last 20 spots. Okay, yeah. Yeah, man, I did not, I mean, there was a chance that she was gonna go lower than she did, but I didn't think she would. I didn't think she would, man. Feels like there's so many more people out there grinding at the moment. I mean, here's the thing about 60 million, too. 60 million, I put that up for Mr. Sinister when he came out, you know? And that was a unit-free grind, and I missed Mr. Sinister, and it was painful. But, point is, I was able to do it back then. Rosters have grown. And it's a little bit more annoying because the infinite streak has changed a bit, but still, gotta think rosters have grown, so. Yay, one Venom last arena. Nice. Venom's a great champion. It's Saichi? Is that how you say that? I have no idea if that's how you say it. But you sent over $1. Thank you very much. I do not see any message from you. Just sending over $1. Just to show some love. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the buck. Alright, that's done. Let's go hit up Alliance Quest. Shed's heading over too. Shed, thank you very much. This fight's done. Hold on. Let me. Whoops. Let's go to the left. Let's go to the left. Shed. Thank you. Just saying, yo, BG, how's it going? It's going alright, man. Welcome. Just getting warmed up here, basically. Good to see you, as always. But, it's going alright. Thank you very much for the 2. Is 60 million inflated at all because of arena bots still? I don't know. It's always hard to say how much of an impact botting has on the game, but I would say I don't think it's like the main culprit currently, kind of thing. You know, like it's. Hold on, should I go left? Or should I just go straight? Yeah, we can go left. I think that, you know, I think scores are higher just because, again, people are home. People are more willing to grind with everything going on right now. Might as well, right? Now is the perfect time to do it. And like I said, too, rosters, they are expanding. So for some people, depending on how many 6 stars you have and 5 stars and stuff like that, 60 million might not even be that bad. But like, no matter what, it's still, you know, still some dedication to get there. All right, one more fight in here. Is a 4-star Doom worth awakening and better than my max 4-star Scarlet Witch? Would it be better than Scarlet Witch? He's not really. You don't need to awaken Doom. I think it would be worth ranking him up. Yes. I don't know how he's gonna compare for you personally to Scarlet Witch. He does. He for the most part can be used just like a straightforward champion, but he does have a little bit of a learning curve to him to maximize all of his abilities and stuff like that. But yeah, he's a great champ. Worth. King Mr. Milkman by Delicious sent over another 2. Thank you, dude. Saying, hey, BG, how was your day? It's going all right, man. Thank you very much for the now 3. You know, just doing the usual, staying indoors. I don't even know that there's anything weird going on outside. It's just, well, I normally don't go outside anyway. I did have to put my going out pants on today, though, you know. Just to take out the garbage real quick, but other than that. But dude, thank you very much for the now 3. Appreciate it, man. Let's get out of here, and you know, I want to keep doing a little bit more energy dumping. Do I? No, never mind. I'll dump the rest out later. We'll go hit the arenas. Alright. Start with the 2-star real quick. Still working, unfortunately. Hashtag essential. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. It's not necessarily a bad thing to still be working right now, depending. I mean, yeah, depending on what your job is, might not really want to be out there. But a lot of people wish they could be working at the moment. Shido Brown sent over another buck saying you didn't put the shed on the wall with his 2. You're right, I didn't. I was distracted, and by the time I could even think, it was already over. Oh, Steven! Steven sent over a buck as well. My goodness, Steven. I'm so sorry. Saying, you're right, BG. I'm arena hooked. Just do my Venom. Not gonna get Man-Thing. Or is that now? Now we're gonna get Man-Thing? Let's get this grind? Alright, man. Alright. Let's do it. Steven, congrats on your Venom, man. Let's get it. Shido Brown. Thank you for another buck, by the way. Shed, I'm sorry I didn't wall you. Eli said an over 2 as well, saying, did you go to that wedding? No, man, I'm starting to get nervous about that wedding too, actually. It's a good friend of mine, known for a while. And I'm part of the, the wedding party for it. And that's coming later this year. In the fall. And yeah, man, originally when all this happened and you know, works were getting canceled and stuff like that, the quarantine hit, I was thinking like, oh dude, it's so far away that it'll be fine. It'll be totally like, you know, it'll all be cleared up by then, but I don't know, man. Starting to get nervous about it, so let's hope for the best. But Eli, thank you very much for the 2, dude. Appreciate it, man. Pants are overrated? Totally agree. I mean, it's 2020. Come on, people. Do we really need pants these days? Why do you do the 2-star arena? If you do 2 rounds in the 2-star arena, assuming you score enough points, which if you have maxed out 2 stars and you're running the Suicide Masteries, you always get enough points. 2 rounds gets you the first 2 milestones, which is 10 units and an assortment of other goodies, but it's mostly the units. 2 quick rounds for 10 units, always worth it. BJ's requesting help for my 5s in arena. Ended up using a mutant gem on rank 2 Magneto. I shall die now. Adam. Don't worry. Hit up support. As long as you didn't do anything else, as long as you didn't like throw sig stones into them and stuff like that, Kabam, I think they're pretty good when it comes to accidental awakenings these days. So hit up Kabam support, and I think they should be able to help you out with that. I think. Not guaranteed, of course, but give that a whirl, man. Shed said over another 2. Say just took 5-star Dr. Voodoo to rank 5 the other day. Next Mystic to rank 5 will either be MS or Man-Thing. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Also, there's for not walling me. Shed, and as I was about to, update it. Tom, send over 10. Tom, thank you very much, man. Just coming in here with the hashtag Beard Gang. Well, thank you, dude. Tom Harrington, thank you so much for the generous 10. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Bonesaw Hoochie Wife, sending over a buck as well. Saying, oh no, dude, what is going on? Bonesaw Hoochie Wife, I still have nothing from you, dude. This happened the other night too. Is there a tweet? Because last time you eventually said just go to Twitter or something. I don't see a tweet. I see nothing. I see no previous message, no tweet. What is going on? Maybe my aggressive word filterings have somehow caused an issue here, but most of those filters involve weird characters that those bots use. So I don't think that's the case. You're not typing out heart or something like that, are you? Because I know I did have it set up with something to do with heart, but I don't remember exactly what it was. I think just regular H-E-A-R-T is still good, but there was some weird thing. I was trying that out and it seemed to work for the bots. But Boats on Uchi Wife, thank you very much for the buck nonetheless, man. I'll try to keep a lookout for a follow-up message from you. Eli sending over another 5. Eli, thank you. Saying, OMG, Brian finally pulled a 5-star blade after hunting for so long. Nice, man. Congrats. From paying 60 to the Storm Crystals, he's still rank 1. Yeah, man. Sounds a little bit like my blade, although I did just take him up to rank 3. But Eli, congrats, dude. Good stuff. Blade's still good, you know. Not as automatic of a rank up decision as he once was, but still good champ, of course. Brian, did you know a museum is considered bare-boned if it doesn't have any fossils? Star. What? Hold on. I feel like I need to boo here, but I'm not fully understanding. Do you know a museum is considered bare-boned? Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. Pretty obvious, actually. I don't know why I didn't fully get it the first time. Boo. Corey, sending over a buck. Saying a man and a priest went into a bar. The man got a beer and the priest ordered a Holy Spirit. Oh, no. No, not the jokes. How did this start? Damn it. Corey, thank you for the buck, but boo. Eli sent over another 5. Eli, thank you. Saying, finally joined the Bald Cap Club. Had to cut my hair. Needed it badly. Alright, man. Welcome to the club, dude. It's a good club to be in. I think that's 12 from you? That is 12 from you. Well, dude, thank you so much. Oh, dude. Oh, Tom, I just realized I messed up your name, too, man. All this time. I'm so sorry. I didn't have the N. Somebody probably said it in the chat, too. Whoops. Sorry. But now it's getting changed to Eli. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate all the support. Yuki sent it over 5 of them Polish bucks, too. Saying, Brian, just wanted to say there's a typo in Tom's name. Oh, there it is. And also, more importantly, heart. Hope you and Laura are staying strong. Yuki, thank you very much, man. Can't believe I did that to Tom's name. But Yuki, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it. It's the super slow reactions that are that much funnier too. Yeah. I'm sure you enjoyed it. BG, who should I take to rank 5 next? Hype, Medusa, Stealth, Ghost Rider, Havoc, Sunspot, Sparkles, or Sentinel, all awakened rank 5s. I have Omega, Blade, Corvus, and Ghost. It's a lot of options you got there. What's your next goals in the game? I don't know if I could really just make a decision for you without any other context. The synergy or the masteries you like to run. Next piece of progression that you're looking to conquer. Sounds like you might not need any of them, and you're just looking to rank someone up. Which, in that case, just rank up who you like, you know. But there's a few too many options there. It's kind of impossible to narrow something like that down when they're all good options. Tom, send over another 10, saying your chance to get it right. Alright, Tom, I will not screw this up. Let me just slay this duck. There we go. What if instead of Tom Harrington, I just put, like, Blom Blaurington or something? I totally screw it up a second time, you know, like, even worse than the first time. But Tom, dude, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Toga Arslan sending over 15 as well. Dude, all the generosity, man. Saying you were the best. And last, please. Toga, sure. Here we go. Aha! I was just reading your message, actually. You were the one with all of the rank up questions. So, yeah, man, I don't know how much I could really elaborate on my answer. Let me read the question one more time here. Hey, BG, who should I take to rank 5 next? Hype, Medusa, Stealth, Ghost Rider, Havoc, Sunspot, Sparkles, or Sentinel. All awakened rank 5s. I have Omega, Blade, Corvus, and Ghost. Yeah, so... run suicides at all times. Okay, all right. So it totally depends on what content you're looking to run next. I would say, I don't know if you've done the variants. But Sentinel could be good as a double immune that can assist with variant 2 and 3. Although you might already have coverage for 3 with Ghost there. But just having an XL champion for variant 2 could be really nice. I personally don't think I would... I was gonna say I don't think I would go with Ghost Rider, but if you do have Blade already. But I probably still wouldn't go with Ghost Rider. I'd probably go with Medusa, Sparkles, or Sentinel. Because Stealth Spidey is pretty fragile. And with Suicides, like, he's not a suicide-friendly champion. I don't know how much of a good time you'd have with Stealth. Ghost Rider, he's not a bad champion, but the other ones that you listed, in my opinion, are just better champions. And I'd probably want at least half immunities in the rank up with Medusa or Sparkles, or the full immunities of Sentinel. Because Havoc and Sunspot are fine champions as well, but with Suicides, I would rather rank up one of those poison immune ladies, or the Sentinel. Let me see if there was any other info here. Yeah, I don't see any other info, but yeah, the thing is, like, when you make it this far into the game, when you have a few rank ups already, and you're trying to think about who to rank up next, you start to get into more specific content, you know, where you pretty much have to rank up champions for what you're looking to do next, versus, like, you know, just going for Uncollected or Cavalier when you don't necessarily need too specific of champions. Alright, come on, buddy. Oof, God, all that damage I just took back. My goodness. But yeah, I don't know if you have done Variant 2 or Variant 3, but Sentinel is a great option for those. And if you have already done one of those, then or both of those, then I probably would lean more towards one of the Cosmic champs, personally. But dude, thank you very much for the 15. Very generous of you. World's Finest Dudes sending over 2 as well, saying, BG, you're awesome. Enough said. World's finest dudes. You're awesome. Thank you very much. Eli sent over another 8 as well, saying, I want to be there with Tom. Here you go, BG. And by the way, you're the only one I kind of donate to. It's cool, though. You're my favorite MCOC tuber. Well, thank you very much, man. Eli, I appreciate the support. I'm honored that I'm your favorite. Thank you, man. Brian Cooper sent it over 5 as well. Man, the super chats, guys. Thank you again, everybody. Saying BG, generic 5-star gem, Torch, Surfer, Void, or Killmonger. Much love, my dude. Appreciate all the insight you give to the community. By the way, all are ready for 455, ready for max. All right, I would not. Let's go through it one by one. I would not give it to Torch. Torch, he does not need to be awakened until you get to something like the Abyss. And yeah, if we're talking 455s, then I don't think we're talking the Abyss quite yet. So maybe eventually you can get another rank up gem for him, but you know, you might also just awaken him naturally by the time you're ready to do something like the Abyss. So I wouldn't worry about Torch. Silver Surfer, I think, is just a prestige option, which if prestige is something that you're concerned with, well, that could be your answer, but for most people, I don't even recommend, you know, thinking about prestige until you've got pretty much everything else covered in the game. You're able to clear all the other content and stuff like that, just because you get so many additional rank up resources and stuff from just from clearing content that the extra prestige just it's not as important. Void is a great champion to awaken. There's not much really as for like a negative thing to say about awakening Void. The only thing that I will say is that some people, I've seen this, some people, they were waiting to pull Void forever. They finally pulled him, awakened him, and then never really used him. And then a few months later, before they really got a chance to use him, they awakened him naturally. So Void's a great option if you find yourself wanting to use Void and wanting to use that awaken ability. I would say go with him. But you know, you could also just sit on the gem until you're ready to actually bring him to a quest. If you're ready right now, then hey, you don't need to wait and just slap it into him. He's worth it. He does not need high sig level. He benefits from it, but just having him awaken is a night and day difference between buffs dropping off completely or rolling into Fear of the Void. So, and Killmonger, I just wouldn't go with Killmonger. It's not that he's a bad champion, but I think there's other champions that are better to awaken. So, if you're gonna awaken one out of that list, pretty much give it to Void, personally. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. Hope that helps you. I don't know how to say this name. It's spelled Isiupoo. Oh man, I don't know how to say it. I'm so sorry. But you said, why do the French eat snails? They don't like fast food. P.S. Happy birthday. Is this a Lakers bodyguard message? I can't tell. Izzy you poo. Is that how you say it? Izzy you poo? Send it over too. Thank you. Tolgarson sent over another 15. Dude, we need to update the wall. Holy crap. Tolga, thank you so much. That is 30 from you. Saying, thanks very much, man. As I said before, you are the best. Well, dude, thank you so much, man. Good luck with making that rank up decision. It is a tough one. But thank you so much, dude. And Joshua also sent it over a buck. Thank you, Joshua, saying, hey, BG, who should my next rank 5 be? Iron Man, Kamala Khan, Magneto, Black Widow, or Captain America. That's your options? Oh, Joshua. Show me on this doll where Kabam hurt you. Because that's not the best options I ever heard. Oh boy. Iron Man, Kamala Khan, Magneto, Black Widow, or Captain America. You know, there are some teasers that Captain America is I don't know if you guys saw this on Twitter. But this was a pretty cool image. And I know since not everyone's on Twitter, we'll go check it out real quick. Check this out. Pretty sweet looking Black Widow image. Might be a new synergy with Black Widow. Could be the way to go. Might have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, other options. Captain America, I think, can do the final 10% of the champion boss in 6.2. So there's that, I guess. ABG, how goes the number 2 YouTuber and at least 6 coolest MCOC YouTuber? Things are going all right, man. Thank you, Dale. Alright, Justin Russell also sent over 5. Thank you very much. Saying, just pulled 5-star Sunspot. How high would you rank Awaken? Have both a generic and mutant gem. I could also SIG 200 with class/generic SIGs. I don't know. Sunspot's an interesting one. He's a powerful champion. But I feel like not everyone needs a Sunspot on their team. This might surprise you to hear me say that even after all the experience I had on the McFabio account, I want a Sunspot, and I would want a rank 5 Sunspot, of course, but I don't know if I would rank up Sunspot like anytime soon. There's other champions that I actually want more over Sunspot. As I get into 6.4, maybe some of like the prowess nodes would get me thinking like, oh dude, I really want to rank up Sunspot or something, but I actually just, I don't know, I don't have a need for Sunspot on this account. So I would kind of just slowly start ranking them myself for arena purposes and stuff like that. But of course, everyone's in a different place in the game. Everyone has a different roster. He is worth going all the way up to rank 5. His Awaken ability, I don't think is super important though. So unless you're doing it for prestige as well, then I would maybe hold off on the other things. Unless you already have other very powerful mutants like Omega Red and Namor fully ranked and sigged up and stuff like that, because otherwise their Awaken abilities are much more important for playing those characters. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky question. If I did not already have champions like Omega Red and Colossus and Namor all ranked up, then I'd be much more inclined to rank up Sunspot. Or if I needed Incinerate immunity, if I needed all the debuffs, prowess, things like that. But I just don't find myself needing those things at the moment. So, bit of a tricky question, but he is very powerful. And I think I do think I would save the Sig Stones though. And just play him unawakened. But dude, Justin, thank you very much for the 5. Brian Cooper sent over another 5 saying, Void's awesome, puts in work. Thanks for the advice, BG. No problem, man. Thank you. Thank you again. It was supposed to trick you to say, I see you, poo. Oh, dude, I was thinking that's what it was at first. Lakers bodyguard, but I think there was an extra I in there. Oh, man. Well, rip. Christian sent over another buck as well. BG, I wouldn't call Surfer a prestige champ anymore. Got to Sector 7, Room 9 with Lakers bodyguard using exclusively Surfer. Nice, dude. That's interesting. A Silver Surfer incursion run. Okay. I mean, he was never... even though I call him a prestige champion, I never really considered him to be only a prestige champion the way I would, like, Fraggle Rock and Phoenix. You know, he's better than those champions, but I just don't see him get used very much. But that is interesting in the incursions. I'd like to see someone. I'd like to see that run. You know. Dude, thank you for the buck. Jay Metz also sending over a buck saying, so when one is at the point where 5-star 6 stones won't help increase prestige, is it safe to use generics on a champ like Beardo? I keep feeling meh about it. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to do it right away. You could wait until you find yourself in a situation where you need to reliably get the debuffs going or whatever part of his awakened ability that you care about. You can just hold off and then, yeah, feed it into Beardo. I think he's one of those champions where when prestige matters, I wouldn't be too quick to put 6 stones into. But yeah, if you already have your prestige champs, he's actually one of the best champs to put the 6 stones into, I would say. Just because he is going to be useful, and he is the type of champion where you do want him at Sig 200 to make it reliable, get that 100%, you know? So, I think it's a good investment. Tom, you sent over another 30. Dude, saying my wall. Dude, Tom, thank you so much, man. Yeah, that's 50, right? Dude, Tom, thank you so much for the generosity. Thank you so much. BG, your advice tonight is on point. Keep it up. Thank you, B Kid. It's tough, man. Some of these questions, they're not super easy. They're tough ones. But Brian Cooper has sent over another 28. Dude, saying getting back to this arena grind. Shout out to Lola, Laura, the family brother. Stay safe in this craziness. Brian, thank you so much once again, man. Thank you again, everybody, too, man. That was a pretty quick flurry of super chats. I'm sorry to everyone else where I just didn't read your messages, but man, tons of super chats and everything. Thank you, everybody. I do appreciate that support. All right, let's get this next round going. Just pull a 5-star Omega, have Mute Awakening Gem, can only take him to Sig 100 with mostly generics. Worth it? If you run Suicides, yeah, absolutely. If you don't run Suicides, harder decision. Still worth it, but it kind of depends on your other champions in your roster and things like that, I would say. Without Suicides, you might find yourself not using Omega Red as much, but if you're using them, then yeah, Sig 100 is good enough. I would say anything like 660 and higher is worth it. Of course, you do eventually want to get up to Sig 200, but yeah, it's worth it. Mr. Cookie Liz, what's going on, dude? Let's go in chat and contest champ, of course. What's up, dude? Beat Sinister with Medusa. Now I'm on Kingpin. Aha, going through 6.2, huh? Good luck, man. That Kingpin's not as bad as Sinister, so still a bit of an annoyance, but you got this. Enzo, what's up, dude? Good morning, BG. Do you have a business plan with your channel, or do you just do what is fun for you? Nah, man, I totally just do what's fun for me. I sort of had a plan with the website. Oh man, this is the second day in a row now that I'm gonna pull up the website origins. I'll make it a quicker tangent this time around. So, as I was saying yesterday, and as I've said in the past, although it looks like my name was just completely ripping off the actual game's name, Marvel Contest of Champions, Contest Champion. I mean, it is a total ripoff, but it was actually the only reason I went with that name, because this was my inspiration, was this website, MMO Champion, because when I played WoW years ago, I used to check this site every single day. I think there's actually better websites than it these days. I don't know for sure, but anyway, this site was this was where it was at, MMO Champion. So I just wanted to be Contest Champion, and there was gonna be differences between my site and this site, but one thing that I like thought of was, hey, what's a good way to get people to look at the site every day? Well, have the news right on the front page here. And whether there's an update or not, I would check in every day, sometimes several times a day, just to see if there was anything new posted. So, you know, that was kind of a plan there, just to get people to like click on the site, and then have other features similar to similar to this beautiful website, with the champions and the masteries and all kinds of other good stuff too. But well, you know, it's imaginary now, so. Tether Bost, sending over $1. But yeah, Enzo, with YouTube, no man, I totally just do what's fun to me. There would be ways that I could plan things out a bit better, but whatever. But Taylor Boss, thank you, dude. Saying what to do next: 100% variant 2, 6 paths of Labyrinth, completion of 6.3 and 6.4. I have Aegon. I'm pretty sure I have all the champs I need for Act 6. Don't have the greatest, but shouldn't be too bad. Hold on. As I think about that, let me load in these next champions. We need to stay on the grind. Need them units. But let me see. 100% variant 2, 6 paths of Labyrinth. I wouldn't do 6 paths of Labyrinth. Pass on that one. Completion of 6.3 and 6.4. Okay. Well, probably completion of 6.3 and 6.4. And then if you find yourself, like, not having the right champions to take down the bosses and stuff, then I would say go back to variant 2. And after you do the initial completion of 6.3 and 6.4, you should probably just go back to variant 2 anyway. Because the additional rank up gems that you get there, that will help you out in exploring and stuff. So I'd recommend that. Taylor, thank you very much. Once again, World's Finest Dudes sent over another $1 as well, saying, so I got a 4-star skill awakening gem. Should I use it on Gwenpool or wait for a Blade, Aegon, etc.? I'd wait. I'd wait. Gwenpool is not a bad champion to awaken by any means. She doesn't necessarily need a high Sig level. Sig level 1 is kind of all you need on Gwenpool, but I would still wait. Even though she's pretty good, I just feel like the other skill champions are just worth waiting for. They're that much stronger. Now, if you... Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed here. If you find yourself like really close to completing something, or you're pushing for the next title or something like that, if you're pushing for, I don't know where you're at, but let's just say pushing for like Uncollected, then don't wait, and you know, you could just awaken her or something. But she could also be played unawakened too, so it's not a huge deal to not have her awakened, you know. But in general, I would probably hold out on that one. But thank you, dude. Appreciate the buck. Thanos sent it over 5, saying Brianus Grantimus. Finally finished my full suicide setup. Now, how many units should I save for 4th of July deals? At least 15,000. If you can. It's always possible that Kabam will up the price. But it's been a consistent 15,000 every year for the past few years now, so yeah, 15K is really the amount of units that you want to have when 4th of July hits. But dude, congrats on completing the full suicide setup. It's a big investment to get there, but you know, if you have the right champions or if you grind the arena or anything like that, then dude, it's, oh my god, 150,000% worth it, you know? So yeah. But Thanos, thank you very much. Chilling over here doing a Sector 7 push. Okay, cool, man. Good luck with your push. Be sorry about the messages I sent. Sorry about them. I don't know if I saw them, so let's just forget about it, I guess. No worries, man. No worries. BG, should I give my 4-star Mystic Awakening gem to Voodoo, or should I save it till I get a better Mystic and give it to them? I think Voodoo's good enough to give the Awakening gem to. There are, I would say, some better Mystics, but it's a really good value point to have in Voodoo, and he really struggles to be played unawakened, unlike someone like the Gwenpool I was just talking about, where you can play Gwenpool unawakened. Voodoo, you really need Voodoo awakened. So, the sustain that you get from it and all that, like, I would say it's just worth giving it to Voodoo. So. Thanks, BG. Wouldn't have gotten there without your help. I mean that. You're the man. Well, thank you, Thanos, but you could have done it without me, man. You totally could have. Don't sell yourself short. You are the man. So much of the news is data mine information. I know it isn't your favorite thing, especially MO Champion. Half their stuff is data mine patch info. I know. We were just talking about that yesterday. So a lot of you know that I'm very anti-data mined, anti-data mining. I think it hurts. I can't say it hurts everyone's experience with the game, but it certainly hurts mine. And originally, yeah, that was the plan, but I quickly realized, like, no, I just can't do that. Like, long before, I mean, even so, I did have my website up way back in the day. And even like that early on, I realized, like, oh, okay, you know, I do have the same name, but no, this has to be very different. I can't do that, man. Even just on a, like, it hurts my enjoyment of the game, but even just on like a moral standpoint of like imagine putting work into something and then not being able to be the one to, like, announce it and stuff, and just have someone else come in and, like, steal your thunder on it. Like, I don't know, dude. It's just, that seems like a really messed up thing to do. But I didn't realize it at the time when I, you know, was reserving the name Contest Champion on GoDaddy or whatever. I was just like, okay, yeah, no, that's what you do, and this is what I want to do, and it'll all be good. I never thought about it until I was in that position. Easy 1977. Easy, send it over to saying pros/cons of Glass Cannon. I got you. Pros and cons of Glass Cannon. So, let's go look at the masteries real quick. So, here's the thing. Glass Cannon. At first glance, it looks like a terrible mastery. because it's not all benefit, right? It says increases the attack of all champions by 2.4% of their base attack, but reduce their maximum health by 2.4% of their base health. Glass Cannon, this type of mastery is in a lot of different games. It's in a bunch of different games, and what it comes down to is, when you get good at the game you're playing, you end up doing, especially in MCOC, you end up doing a lot more attacking than getting hit. So if you're hitting the opponent 20 plus times for every time they're hitting you, who cares about sacrificing a little bit of health if you're gaining that extra damage, right? So that's kind of what makes the mastery good. Now here's what makes it kind of bad. At one point, I used to think this mastery was good because of the reasons that I said. However, these days there's champions that gain so much plus attack already anyway that you don't really notice the additional attack that you're getting from Glass Cannon. So in the past, you'd play a champion, like let's say Doctor Strange. Well, no, actually Doctor Strange, he did have some plus attack, right? It was a good example. Wolverine, all right? Wolverine, he didn't have any plus attack naturally. So the 2.4% per point that you got from this mastery, that was just like a straight 2.4% increase in your overall damage output. But as time has gone on, other champions have been released. Stark Spidey was always kind of my go-to example on this one. But there's champions older than Stark Spidey as well. If you look at someone like, Star-Lord, he gains some of these champions gain so much plus attack that you can't really tell the difference. The minor amount of attack that you gain from Glass Cannon is not worth the health sacrifice, and possibly more importantly, not worth sacrificing the mastery points. Because it's not just a downside of losing a little bit of health. It's also, well, you could put those mastery points elsewhere entirely, But yeah, if you look at someone like Stark Spidey, how much attack does he gain from the poise charges? So he gains 516 attack per poise charge, right? Stark Spidey's base attack 2583. 2.4% of that attack is 62. So you gain 62 attack per point of Glass Cannon. It's like nothing, dude, compared to all the attack that you get from the poise charges and stuff like that. To me, it's not worth the sacrifice. So, depending on your champion, it can be worth it. Also, since the suicide masteries are so common these days, I would say, as far as like an endgame mastery build goes, you're also gaining a large boost to your attack from Double Edge and Liquid Courage already as well. So, are you going to really notice that extra little bit of attack from Glass Cannon? I find it much more beneficial to put those points in something like Deep Wounds, Despair, even Courage, Mystic Dispersion, you name it. Pretty much anywhere but Glass Cannon. So I actually don't put any points in Glass Cannon typically, except for the 1 point as a prerequisite. I hope that made sense. Thank you very much for the 2. Good evening, BG. What's up, Abdo? How you doing, buddy? Excited about being behind for Book 2, Act 1? Yeah, dude. I feel like I was just talking about it yesterday too, man. Is that I am behind on the content, so I'm gonna hop into 6.4 very soon. Very, very soon. Like, maybe tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, then this weekend soon. For sure. Thanks, dude. Appreciate the explanation. Getting ready to set up suicides, and so we'll save those 2 points to put somewhere else. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. There is one thing that I forgot to mention about those 2 points in Glass Cannon. which is a little weird kind of technical thing about it. I still wouldn't recommend maxing Glass Cannon, but there's in my opinion, a kind of bizarre interaction with willpower in this game. Whoops. Where with willpower and the suicide masteries, like reducing your health actually kind of helps the ratio of damage that you take versus healing that you get from willpower. Yeah, I'm not going to go too far into it, but I still wouldn't recommend maxing out Glass Cannon for 99% of builds. There are times where it can be worth it, but for the most part, put those points elsewhere. BG, you think 5 points in MD is too much for Sim Supreme? I don't. MD, well, for Sim Supreme at least, like, you want to be using special 3s. Usually special 3 followed by special 2 spam is kind of max damage for him. And if you accidentally get to a special 3, if you overshoot the power, dude, that's fine. You get to reactivate all of your modes and stuff, so. Oh god, get out of my face, Guillotine. I hate fighting you so much. Go away. Please go away. Don't pop your L3. It's a sweet animation, but we don't need to see it. Phew. Mixed Kebab sent it over €2, or sorry, £2. Thank you very much. Say, read the last 2, please. Thanks, BG. Stay safe. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Hey, BG, what's your thoughts on having a 6-star arena? I'm at the point where 5 stars no longer affect my prestige, and the only real way I can improve my prestige is through calves. Would also maybe help others wanting the 5 stars, 5-star from the featured arena, as others will go for 6-star champions too. Oh, you're absolutely right. It would help other players. We saw it when they rolled out the 5-star arena. It cut the 4-star arena scores like in half, basically. Man, it is a huge help for people going for 4 stars and stuff. So I think eventually the game does need to add a 6-star arena. I don't know if now is the right time for it. It's kind of hard to say, man. It's kind of hard to say if they should add it now or if they should keep waiting. I definitely understand what you're saying too about like 5-star. Like, there's no real way to do anything about your prestige. If there's no way to get like 6-star 6 stones, no way to target 6-star champions outside of calves, things like that. I don't know what I'd want. I don't know exactly what I'd want to see them do, but I do kind of want to see them do something different to just adding a 6-star arena right now. Maybe if we could have some sort of middle ground between 5-star featured and 6-star featured, and then eventually 6-star featured, but I don't know exactly what that looks like. Maybe the I was gonna say maybe the arena would just straight up award 6-star 6 stones, but no, I don't think that's a good idea either. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say, but I don't know if the game's quite there. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe we are ready for 6-star featured arena. But I don't know. I definitely feel you on not being able to really have a control over your prestige at the moment. And hope that Kabam does something to address that, whether it is a 6-star arena or something else. But dude, thank you very much for the 2. Never thought I'd be at the point where I'd have enough 6 stars to not want to run them in the arena, but this game just snowballs so fast. 6-star arenas will be cool. Yeah. Yeah. We got a hashtag Coop group raid here. Dude, Coop, thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate it, fellas. Maybe I shouldn't just say fellas. Maybe there's some ladies in there too. But thank you. Thank you for the raid. I have courage maxed out instead of glass cannon, much better. Yeah, I would say courage is probably the better way to go too. I think there's even, if you're running suicides, in a lot of situations, I think there's even better masteries than courage too, just because, you know, things like deep wounds can have an even higher impact on your overall damage and stuff. But generally, I do prefer courage over glass cannon. You ever had Yoo-hoo, by the way, Brian? Yes. I never had too much Yoo-hoo because it was expensive, and it's so funny. I was just talking about Yoo-hoo like last night or something like that, and basically I'm just saying the same thing. I was just talking with a couple of friends about it. But you know, the chocolate milk drink in cans is my favorite thing since it encourages you to shake a can. I don't know if I've ever had it in a can. I always remember the bottles of it. Let me pull up some Yoo-hoo. I remember it being delicious, but the only times I ever drank it was like at a friend's house. Yeah, I always had these bottles. Oh, and sometimes the juice box version as well. But I don't think I ever had a can of it. The hell is this? It's not Yoo-hoo. What is your aversion towards 5-star basic arena? There's no way to target 5 stars, and endgame players don't even need 5 stars towards prestige. I guess I don't know. I have a few reasons that 5-star basic arena just doesn't feel right to me. Like, I don't know, if they added it, I wouldn't be. I'm not gonna make a video saying like, oh, kabam, they done messed up. They should have never added this basic arena or anything like that. You know, it'd be like, okay, whatever. But if I had my choice, there's a few things that I don't like about it. One, I kind of like the inability to target champions in a way. We do have a little bit of control over it. We can slightly target champions with the incursion crystals, and just kabam giving out more 5-star shards in general. You do increase the odds of pulling the champion that you want. I like that. I feel like if they did have a way to target 5 stars, maybe they would have to cut back on the number of shards given out. I feel like 5 stars, it becomes so specialized. It becomes more specialized when you get to like the 5-star champions of the game, which might make you think like, well, yeah, that's all the more reason to have a way to target certain champions to get through the content. But at the same time, I feel like that also makes it kind of mandatory to go for these champions. And people who don't grind arenas, like, when it comes to the 4 stars, it's fine because you can just use any champion, so you don't have to grind the arena. But with the 5 stars, I feel like, dude, you need to be in that arena. And a lot of people don't want to grind arena. So it almost feels like it would put too much value on it, and it would screw over the non-grinders. And then, yeah, I just like, in general, I think back to when everybody had, I shouldn't say everybody, because obviously I was one of the people that didn't have Blade, but there was a lot of people that all had Blade ranked up. And I think the game is more interesting when there is more variety amongst all of our accounts. And if you just have your pick of like, okay, this champion's coming through the basic arena, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna save my rank up gems, save everything. We're all gonna have the same exact account. Just give it a few months after the champ goes through the basic. We'll all look the same. We'll all play the exact same way. Game, I don't know. The game feels kind of boring at that point. I mean, it'd still be like fun. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm not gonna stop playing the game if they added 5-star basic. But in my opinion, I'd rather them just add more ways to pull random champions. So that, yeah, you do have more opportunities to get the champions that you're really after, but it's not a guarantee that you get them, kind of thing. So, I don't know. Those are some of my reasons, at least. Easy. Thank you very much for the buck, by the way. Sorry I rambled so long, took so long to get to your message. Saying, BG, I think I learned something tonight. 4-star featured cutoff from Death Squads is 10,500. Ran a team with 10,597 PI. My opponent PI was 7,465. Then ran a team with 10,297 PI, and enemies were 39,289. It's possible that that could be it. I don't know for sure. It's been a long time since I even tried to test something like this. But it also might have to do with the base PI of champions. I say that because I noticed it when I like took my suicide masteries off one day, where I got a death match with the team, and then I put suicide masteries on, and of course that inflated their PI considerably. And I still got deathmatched with that team. So I don't know. It could also be a base PI thing, which is why I usually don't go by the PI of the champ. But I do know that the PI does have an impact on it, because yeah, with your higher champions of the same rank, you do avoid death matches and stuff. So it definitely is PI based in some way, whether it's base or not base PI, whatever, boosted PI. I don't know, but that is good info. Thank you very much for the buck. Tom, sending over to Tom Luckman. Oh no, this is probably gonna be a joke that I'm gonna boo. Let's see what we got. Why don't eagles and eels breed? It's eel-eagle. Oh my god. Boo. BG, check Twitter, please. Alright. What do we got? Hold on. What is this? Finally did 6.4 completion. Was a tough one. Got some alright rewards. Nothing really account changing. Did get Wasp from Nexus. Let's take a little look-see here. Oh, dude, this is account changing, I would say. Namor? Okay. Alright. Maybe not so much on the 6 stars, but hey, at least they're new 6 stars and stuff. Well, congrats, man. Good stuff. Now with 6 stars being released, it looks different because of the RNG, so 5 stars wouldn't affect anything. Yeah, I don't know about that. What's up, BG? Long time. How's the quarantine treating you? It's doing alright. Mostly the same. I usually just sit at home all day anyway, so it's basically the same. IBG took my man thing to rank 4 after watching your video. He did great against Crossbow 6.5 and I'm Cavalier now. Anthony, congrats, man. Good stuff, dude. Gotta love the old man thing. I agree with you about diversity between rosters, but it seems like everyone still kind of waits to use resources on a few specific champions. They absolutely do, and yeah, I don't think that's ever going to change. But I think it would be like 10 times worse if there was a basic arena. What was I gonna say? I also, man, one of the things that I kind of dislike most about the way the game kind of evolved is just that I feel like the way Kabam rolled out 5 stars initially was better than they rolled out 6 stars. I still feel like we could have seen a much bigger difference in just overall comparing everyone's rosters to one another if they rolled out 6 stars differently. And they, you know, maybe like adding the new champions is fine, but maybe they shouldn't have started when like I still think like champions like Corvus and Ghost and some others, they should just not have come back right away as 6 stars. I feel like that has had an impact on. I know most people don't even care about something like this, but I do think that it could have led to not waiting for those champions kind of thing. You missed the message above it. Wait, message above it. But yeah, I think, especially like I don't know. Some people feel like the 2020 champions have been a little bit lacking, and I agree with that to some extent. But maybe they wouldn't have felt so lacking if we just didn't have the option to pick up certain 5 stars, or I'm sorry, certain champions as 6 stars that we already dominate the game with as 5 stars. You know, like when Scarlet Witch wasn't brought back as a 5 star, or some of the others were not brought back as 5 stars, people didn't wait for them. People just assumed, oh, they're not coming. Or if they are coming, okay, fine, but it's going to be way down the line. I'll get more resources when that day comes. So yeah, I think that had a little bit of a negative effect on things. Wait, you missed the message above it. What message above it? Shido Brown. I do not know which message we're talking about. At this point, I'm lost. I'm sorry, man. I think Cav Crystals came out way too fast. Yeah, I agree with that too. I mean, as far as it like affecting the overall game, I agree that it came too fast. But then I also think like, man, Kabam made so much money off the Cavs that it feels like they have been able to do a lot more development with the game. I don't know if that's just a coincidence, and they were already going to be able to do this much development with the game because they already were making good money and stuff. But I don't know. It does feel like we have gotten hit with a lot of new quests and the incursions, and not saying the game is perfect. There's still a lot I don't like about it, but as far as like the single player quest goes and stuff, man, on some level, got to give it up to really the people buying Cav Crystals that keep the game under high development. Did you end up listening to Kabam Frenchy doing an interview with Rich and Dan on their pod? He talks some economy stuff. I did not. I completely forgot about that. I saw that it got posted, but I completely forgot about it. I may have to go back and listen to that. Chris, sending over a buck. Where you at, Chris? Please don't. Oh no, hit me with the L3. What was your last one, Chris? Oh, there is no last one. Just control left it. Well, Chris, thank you very much for the buck. Appreciate it, man. out of here. Whew. Didn't die. Why is Morningstar as a 4-star 6 mil? Because the milestones themselves are 4 million. And some people will have no problem going a little above milestones just to lock in the next level of rewards. Since you get a lot of 5-star shards for it. Have crystals changed the game and not for the better? Yeah, I agree with that. I think in general it's just kind of tough to even just do the transition from 5 stars to 6 stars. And we all know at some point Kabam is going to roll out 7 stars too. I hope they I wonder, that'd be a really good question for them actually. Is like just asking Kabam if they are happy with how 6 stars were rolled out. I would bet no. I mean or maybe I would bet that they're not fully happy with it. I'm sure, you know. It's like it's the worst thing in the world, but I mean they did have those surveys where they were asking players how they felt about 6 stars and why they weren't necessarily ranking up 6 stars and things like that. So I'm sure they know, like, maybe there's certain things that they could have done to make the process better, but I've never heard them talk about it really, of like, hey, what's your guys' plans for the eventual 7 stars? Even though, you know, honestly, I hope they come up with an entirely different system. Like, I don't know what that system would be, so I'm betting it is just going to be 7 stars, but whatever they do with them, man, I hope they really make it a big difference between 6 and 7 stars, I think. Right now, you know, there is a difference between 5 and 6 stars with, like, the adrenaline, and that's pretty nice, but still just not enough. I still want to see more customization, you know? Like the where I made that video about like ripping the Dota 2 talent trees and shoving them into these champions, things like that. But anyway, Zero Frost Ninja sending over a buck. Thank you very much, dude. Saying, hey BG, who's a better champ to take up as your first rank 4 5-star Mystic champ, Sim Supreme or Morningstar? Targeting Act 6 completion and exploration. Already Cavalier, leaning towards Morningstar. I think it's personal preference. I kind of hate Morningstar. I'm totally satisfied with the rank up I did with Morningstar. And I had a lot of fun using her in the incursions and things like that. But I did not have a good time using her in Act 6. But some people, like, dude, some people love Morningstar. They love building her up. They love using her in not just Act 6, but the variants and things like that. Like Variant 1, specifically, I guess. So I think it does come down to personal preference. My personal preference would for sure be Sim Supreme, but you can kind of go either way on that one, man. I think it really is personal preference. If you were not Cavalier already, then I would say maybe just go with Morningstar as an option to get through the Crossbones fight. But since you are already Cavalier, then I think it's just all personal preference. 6.3 also has a couple of fights. Is it a couple of fights or is it just one fight? I know the Medusa boss. I can't remember if there's others. But the Medusa boss, where Sim Supreme's really good for that fight too. You don't necessarily need Morningstar rank 5 for that though. So you could, I'm sorry, Sim Supreme rank 5 for that. So you could still go Morningstar if you want. Either way. Thank you for the buck, though, dude. Appreciate it, man. BG, Realm of the Mad God Exalt is lit. It's the same game. I mean, a lot has changed since I last played, but it runs crazy well. It definitely doesn't disappoint. Ah, dude. Ah, I want to play that. That's good, man. That's good that it sounds like it's a smooth launch. Realm of the Mad God. I might have to give that a download. That's good to hear, man. That 5-star generic awakening gem. I was wondering if you could give your opinion if I should use on Hyperion or Void. I think Void is more deserving of that gem in general. Hyperion, he still has all of his abilities without being awakened. Whereas Void loses one of his most crucial abilities, being unawakened. So, in general, yeah. Like, you want them both awakened, of course. They're both amazing champions. I've played so much with Hyperion and Void. Two of my top most played champions, for sure. And yeah, you certainly notice when Hyperion's awakened, the extra duration on buffs is great. He's a buff-dependent champion in many ways, so the extra duration is amazing. But Void, if you don't have him awakened, after that 6 debuff, dude, they just vanish. And that's a horrible feeling. A lot of times when playing Void, you need to have Fear of the Void up and then get additional debuffs to reverse healing and things like that, so yeah, in general, I would strongly recommend giving that gem to Void between the two. Kieran, what's up, man? How you doing? If you are a Twitch partner, you can't cross-stream, but an affiliate can, is my understanding. That's how others are doing it. Okay. I was going to look into that, but I admit I did not look into it yet. I was too lazy to look into it. Now, ManFalcon, question for you. When you say cross-stream, do you just mean streaming to both platforms at the same time? Because I actually don't care about that. Because when I do stream on Twitch, the plan is for it to just be a different game entirely, you know? Just to catch people up if you haven't been here the past few nights, or past few years, because I have hinted at this for a long time now. I've always wanted to try streaming a different game, just very casually, no schedule to it or anything like that. It definitely wouldn't be an everyday thing. I don't know, maybe once a week or even just a couple of times a month. Just go mess around in a different game on Twitch. And MCOC would still completely be on YouTube. So I don't really care about the ability to like stream on both at the same time. And I can't imagine there would be like an exclusivity contract with Twitch's partner program where they just tell you flat out like, no, you can't do YouTube streaming anymore. I can't imagine that being a thing. So I imagine you would be able to do separate streams, but you never know, man. Sometimes these companies, like, they start out as being your best friend, like, oh yeah, no, don't worry, just, yeah, come to our platform, we're not gonna lock you in or anything like that, you can do whatever you want, total freedom. And then one day they update their terms of service and it's like, okay, now, here's what's changed, you can't stream on YouTube anymore, or something like that. So I doubt that that's the case, but of course I'm going to look into it before I do something like that. BG, when are you thinking of starting next content, 6.4/Abyss? I'll be doing 6.4 this weekend. Possibly tomorrow, but don't hold me to that. Possibly tomorrow. I'd say it's about a 50-50 chance of starting tomorrow. And if I don't start tomorrow, then 100% chance this weekend. I will be doing some 6.4 this weekend. We think of Book 2, Act 1 beta coming next month. Too soon? No, man. I wouldn't say it's too soon. I say bring it on. With solo content, permanent solo content at least, like, the faster they can roll out the content, the better. Kind of. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have too much to say about it yet. We don't know anything about the content. We don't really know the difficulty, if it is going to be a strictly post-Act 6 thing, or if they're going to do some sort of flexible difficulty where you could start out in either Book 1 or Book 2 kind of thing, if there's like a variant difficulty too. I don't know. We gotta wait and see. More info. We hold you to nothing and are often still disappointed. This is true, Abdo. Yes, cross-stream is both platforms. Unsure of having a Twitch and YouTube separate, running different content at different times. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I figured. I think it'll be fine, but okay. You can stream on Twitch, Mixer, Facebook, YouTube at the same time. Lord Shadow is doing this and working from it at the moment. Yeah, but as Man Falcon was saying, it depends on your status or whatever with Twitch. To gain like certain perks over there, then you can't do streaming on multiple platforms or something. I don't know. I can confirm that you will need to have completed Book 1, Acts 1 through 6 before you can access Book 2. Mike. Okay. Got it. That answers that. Still planning on not doing a completion run first, but doing each section 100% first? Yes. I think so, at least. Plans could change, Mike, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it one quest at a time. Again, not something that I would normally recommend for people out there, but I don't want to burn through my rank up resources too quickly. So I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I imagine myself getting to, 100% the first 5 quests, and then doing all but one path in the final quest. And I might save that final path. I want to pop the Nexus crystals, but I wish there was a way to kind of preserve the rank up resources and not put them in the overflow. So, because there's no way to do that, then I might also delay the Nexus crystal opening from 100% clearing it. We'll see. What do you think about Act 7 that will be released soon, BG? We're just talking about that. I don't really have too much for thoughts on it yet. Excited to see what they do with it, but... Yep, status of partner or affiliate. Partner is more exclusive, locked in. Okay, yeah. I'm not even sure if I could get partnered with Twitch. I tried a long time ago, and, well, they told me no. But then I also got a follow-up message, like, a year later, after my, my little Twitch experiment, where they were like, hey, you still looking to be partnered? And I don't remember if they were just saying, like, hey, we still can't partner you, but we have this new affiliate program, or if they were actually saying, like, we've expanded our partners and you now qualify, or something like that. I didn't really read the message too much. It was kind of like a It's kind of like an FU kind of thing. Like, really? Now you guys are reaching out? I applied twice before. They just flat out told me no. But I guess they get the last laugh as I go crawling back. Please, Twitch. BG, are you gonna blitz through 6.4 exploration over the weekend after a few days, or spread it out chapter by chapter, or quest by quest? I want to save my units, so that's kind of where my mind is at right now. I would like to do it unitless, so if I run out of revives, then I'll start taking my time with it. But as long as I have revives, then hey, we'll clear out what I can. I have 2 revives that are expiring in like the next 7 hours, which makes me sad, but hey, add it to the list of, I don't know, 1,000 revives that just went to waste. This 20% boost is going too, man. RIP. Kind of makes me want to hop in there right now, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, then we got some 40%ers that are going to be expiring. Gotta use this stuff, guys. Let's go pop an AQ while I'm out of the arena. It's just a game. Sending over a buck. Thanks, man. Where's your last one at? Here we go. I'm trying to become a member again, but can't find the join link. Haha, good old YouTube. Making it difficult since the beginning. If you're on mobile, here's what I've been told. You have to go to my actual channel. Which I don't know why YouTube does this, why they make it so difficult. You have to go to the actual channel. If you're on like desktop or laptop computer, then it should just be next to the subscribe button, but yeah. Thank you very much for the buck though, man. I appreciate it. Whether or not you are able to find that button and able to become a member again, I still appreciate the support that you have given. So, don't sweat it too much if you can't find it. A damn bonus feeling green event is forcing me to do a Path of the Abyss. Yeah, man, honestly I thought about doing the Abyss too, but nah, I'll 6.4 rewards better. Boost for arena? Ah, it's true, I should boost for the arena. It's gonna go away anyway, right? Ah, God. And I'm almost done with the arena for tonight anyway, though. I have like a few more rounds left. Man, where's the time go, guys? It goes so fast. How many Cavalier Daily Crystals do you have stashed up? I'm at 557. Clinton, 557. Dang, dude. I think I'm around 250-ish. Oh, the 4-hour crystals. Oh, 4-hour crystals? I actually don't know. I can take a look, but I do not know. I'm on mobile and signed up from the stream. It's next to subscribe under the video. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Go in 6.2, die in a fight and use it. Cackle. Let me see. How many of these free crystals do I have anyway? So, of the old free crystals, I have 1,042. Oh, I still have the old daily ones too, huh? The uncollected free crystals, 1,218. And the Cavalier free crystals, closing in on 1,500. That's more than I thought. I just can't do the content, guys. I don't have enough crystals yet. Can you upload the Edimus run of just the paths that you were successful? So for each chapter, you'd have a playlist with just the runs that were successful. I thought about doing that, and the answer is, yeah, I will probably do something like that. But I'm not sure how I want to go about it still. I could just upload the actual runs and not edit them and stuff like that. But I think I would rather edit them and commentate over them. I don't know. I really want to make some guides for 6.2, but I'll be honest with you guys, man. It's a crazy amount of work. So I took notes, because that was the original plan. Do 6.2, take notes, make more detailed guides for that content than, well, honestly, than we've ever seen before, I think. I mean, that's always the plan, guys. The plan is always to do something really cool, really helpful, and then reality sets in. And the reality is that I did, what was it, 46 streams that were on average like 3 to 4 hours in length. And even though I have the notes, it still takes a very long time to even just set up the successful paths. I mean, actually that part's not that bad. But then there's also, like, you know, sometimes mid-run I got up and let my dog out and stuff like that, and I would want to edit that out for convenience and things. Times where I just sat there, and there was no action because I was talking to you guys or something, you know? Like, I would need to clean all that stuff up at least. And even that is time consuming. Then think about doing guides for all of those paths where I don't just go over and talk about why the champion I picked was a good option, but also mention some other options and why they would work as well. And dude, it's a lot of work. And I still want to do it, but it's like, okay, do I put a crazy amount of work in this one area, or do I put that work into doing other things, like other champion guides and things like that? So, I don't know what to do yet. Seriously, need to do a crystal cleanup? I know. BG, I think I've either lost the rest of my mind that was remaining, or hit some new awesome level of creativity. I just rewrote the Toys R Us theme. I'm a work-from-home kid. Wow, Dysentery Joe. That's good, man. You've retained your childlike spirit. Is there any way with Sim Supreme to nullify buffs on demand, or is stagger RNG and switching stances the only way to get some nullify? I think popping your special 3 with the right phase active might do it. I can't remember. Let's go to this lovely, lovely website, Aunt May. Well, 100% chance when this blessing is triggered to immediately nullify all buffs off the opponent. So does that just mean when you pop an L3, because then you activate it, right? It's a shame, dude. I used Sim Supreme so much in 6.2, and half of what I was doing, I was just mashing buttons. I didn't know how he worked. I understood certain things, but not all the things. Yeah, there's that. The other abilities, these are different. Yeah. Always forget the L1 switches to the next blessing, too. You should spend the time editing to make it look like you got them all on the first try. Just do voiceovers in parts and stuff. Yeah, that could be funny. There is one video that I have to do that I haven't really talked about so much relating to 6.2 that I am working on, and yeah. I did the whole song, I Can't Sing for Poop, or I would record and upload. Hey, it wouldn't be the first time you uploaded yourself singing, Dysentery Joe, so why not, man? Slickster86, sending over 2, saying AA Total Beast in the Incursions. I could see that. The extra ability accuracy on like heavy attacks and stuff. Probably run into some immunities that would give him some trouble, but I could see him doing a whole lot of damage, having reliable what's it called? Neuros, more reliable neurotoxins at least. Slickster, thank you very much for the 2. Speaking of the incursions, guys. We gotta go, BG. Have a great night. Alright, Tom. Dude, thank you again, man. Really appreciate the generosity, dude. Have a good one. What was I gonna say, though? Speaking of the incursions, now that you guys have gotten a chance to play them all and stuff, I like them. I think they're really fun. I'm looking forward to ranking up champions specifically for the incursions. So I think they're great. I still do wish, however, there was more of a reason to run them after you got your initial rewards. Because it does feel like I am just going to keep sticking to kind of my go-to champions for the incursions for the most part, and that I don't really need to rank up champions for the incursions, which this doesn't feel as good. I still wish there was some sort of way to have an either-or kind of reward system with the incursions and the dungeons. Like if there was an objective, like if they took out all the milestones from the arenas and they just put all those milestones into the objectives and said, hey, you can get these rewards by doing X in the arena or X in the incursions, you know, take your pick. There's probably a much smoother way to go about it, but just for example's sake, I still really wish there was something like that, just so that I could have more reason to do the incursions. Is that extra video related to 6.2 just a slow-mo of you running on the beach with "We Are the Champions" playing in the background? No, but now I wish it was. Seems like for incursions you need a poison immune. Probably, yeah. I mean, immunity is always good to have. You don't need your entire team to be immune though. You can just have like one for the times you run into Abomination and some other problematic champs and nodes. A friend of mine just got Cav, except he had someone else do 6.1.5 and 6.1.6. Turns out he also had someone do 5.2.6 for him last year also, Makes me filthy. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. It's a slippery slope having someone else play the game for you, because then you never learn, and it feels like the only way to keep progressing is to keep having someone else play the game for you, and well, that's no fun. Also, against the rules, by the way, so don't try it at home, kids. You may end up getting yourself banned. Misfits 1011 signing over 5. Thank you, man. Saying, hey BG, pulled my first 5-star today. Hope Archangel is a good first. Yeah, it's a very good first. It's pretty stoked either way. Nice, man. Yeah. Great first 5-star. It's a champion that kind of needs to be awakened. You could still deal some good damage without Archangel being awakened, as long as you are good with your parries. You just do parry heavy all day long, man. You get some crazy neurotoxin damage going. And then once you get the champion awakened, you'll be able to shut down healing and abilities and all that stuff. So, great first pull, man. By the way, I don't know if Misfits, if that has anything to do with the band, the Misfits. But fun fact for all you out there, I feel like a DJ host right now. I'm gonna try to come up with some stupid saying. For all you cool cats out there, the Misfits was actually the first concert I ever went to see. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. Zerafa Blaze sending over one of them Canadian bucks as well. One of them loonies or half toonies. Thanks, man. Saying, what are you saying? Where's your last one? Just use Sunspot Incursions, and he's a beast. Oh, I can imagine, dude, with the prowess buffs and stuff. With the one buff, he has a chance to inflict an armor break every time he puts a debuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's, dude. Wow. I was trying to think who would be the best champion for that node, and Sunspot might be it. But okay, with the one buff, he has a chance to inflict an armor break every time he puts a debuff in the opponent, and you can increase the crit rate on a special too. Yeah, man, Sunspot I do think would be really fun in the incursions. I would love to try out Sunspot in there. But that's cool, man. The armor break that you get from that node is not crazy. If I remember correctly, it's only like 550 or something. But if you can stack the debuffs, then man, that 550 could add up pretty quick. It's got a short duration on it too, but still. It's one of the reasons why I think Storm can hit for like 500,000 on a single special. The new Storm in the incursions, because she has some debuffs with her L2. So you get, not only with Storm, if you got the increased prowess and crit rate and stuff like that, but if you could also reduce the opponent's armor a little bit too, like, pretty nasty. But yeah, I imagine Sunspot being really good for that. That's cool, man. It's a cool interaction. BG, how's it going? Because I suck, I don't want to do 6.2 completion and the champion until I have all the necessary champions. Who would you say are 5 must-haves? Would Doom factor into that? Doom is good for that fight, as far as I know. Yeah. I don't know if you really need 5 must-haves, because you need certain champions just to get through the path, and those can vary. And then, of course, they can vary when fighting the champion too, if we need. I would say here's the 2 things that you really need when preparing to fight the champion. You need a champion that can get you through the first phase of the fight, and then the second phase. Yeah, that's right. I'm skipping a bunch of the phases because when I say first phase, I'm talking first 90% of the champion's health, and then the second phase being the last 10%. So you want at least one champion for each of those. And there are champions that can one-shot the guy and, you know, all that. But I would still recommend bringing in like a dedicated champion for each of those 2 phases. As far as must-haves go, there's a bunch of options. I was personally most comfortable with Sim Supreme, but other people really liked Morningstar. Beardo's great for the final 10%. She-Hulk, forgot about She-Hulk just now. Doom, I heard mixed things about Claire, where she might not be great for the first 90%, but is great for the final 10%, something like that. The new Sorcerer Supreme is really good for all of it. Yeah, there's actually a bunch of options. Thing for the final 10%. Outside of the Mystic class, because most Mystic champions can do it. Oh, Hood, a lot of people like Hood. But outside of the Mystic class, I don't think there's that many options, but there are a few. Stealth Spidey, Mr. Fantastic. But yeah, I would just have 1 champion for the first 90, and then 1 champion for the final 10. At least. You could double up on those 2. But BG just almost throw down all you cool cats and kittens. Oh, my heart jumped. Wait, all you cool cats and kittens, what is that a reference to something specific? Because if it is, I hate to burst your bubble, Dysentery Joe. But I wasn't trying to reference anything specific on that one. It was, I don't know, it's just like a jazz radio impression, I don't know. It's like the sounds of the quiet storms here on 89.4 FM. The Storm. Oh, I see. I just typed it in. All you cool cats and kittens. Is that a Tiger King reference I'm seeing here? Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, talking to Tiger King? I haven't seen that documentary. I know it's really popular. Some people say it's the best documentary ever made, but I haven't seen it. How good is Dr. Voodoo Unawakened 5-star? Kind of needs to be awakened. Great champion, but kind of needs to be awakened. BJ, no, you don't know it's a reference, which makes it better. Okay. I thought that was going to make it worse. Alright, this is a good stopping point for this arena for tonight. Let's go pop a few crystals. BG, you got 5-star Torch yesterday and took him straight to rank 4. Should I give him my Science Gem? Only other champ I'd give it to is Thing, but I don't have him. I have Void/Cap. Personally, I'd recommend not Awakening Torch. The only thing that the only reason that I would Awaken Torch personally is to use him in the Abyss. Otherwise, it feels like you don't need him awakened. You could still use his pre-fight ability, you just don't have a way of resetting it mid quest. But for 99.9% of quests out there, I think that's fine. You really only need it for like 1 fight on the path, because he's a bit more of a specialty champion anyway. So Henach sending over one of them loonies. Thank you, dude. Okay, I feel like there's an issue with the chat. Because Henach, I do not see a last one for you either, dude. And I'm control F-ing it and everything. What the F? There has to have been an issue with that Bonesaw and Hoochie wife was having too, because I still never saw a message from them. And I saw messages from you earlier. You know, just like I saw that you were in the chat. But unless it was like an old message, because it only keeps the messages for so long. But still, anything in like the last... I'm going all the way back to when Chris sent over a super chat, so 40 minutes ago. If it was in the last 40 minutes, then I would still be able to read it. So there must just be some issue. But thank you, dude. I will do my best to look out for a message if you want to... Hate to say type it out again, but if you want to type it out again, I'll pay attention for it. It's already the most popular documentary of all time. I believe it, man. I never really heard people talk about documentaries before. I like documentaries too. When done well, at least. You know. Some of them are really boring, but some of them are not boring at all, man. Some of them are great. I'm sure this one's great too, but just haven't watched it. Who's your personal favorite Mystic in the game? Well, Man-Thing is my favorite champion just in the entire game, period, out of all the classes. So, it's Man-Thing. Beyond Man-Thing, I'd probably say Mojo. Probably Mojo. Beyond that, I don't know, man. There's actually a lot of good Mystics that I like. I'm gonna be ranking up Claire somewhat soon, but I don't have a ton of experience with her yet. I think Doom is really fun, but I don't have him as a 5 or 6 star, so my experience is pretty limited with Doom as well. And then, you know, of course I used Symbiote Supreme a bunch. I enjoyed using Symbiote Supreme. But I might like Sorcerer Supreme more. I don't know, man. It's such a hard thing to call between these two. I just like the ability to heal with Sorcerer Supreme. I think it's an underrated ability. That for all of you that did manage to get a Sorcerer Supreme, if you rank the champion up and use them in content, you notice that even though the healing number in the fight isn't super high, you may notice yourself finishing with a full yellow bar pretty frequently. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it's something that I've talked about very little in the past, where there's like diminishing returns with healing. It's not like an actual diminishing returns where the more healing you have, the less you would be healing, the same way that like the more crit rating you have, kind of the less effective each additional point of crit rating is. You still gain the full healing each time, but of course your health is capped out at a certain point. So you don't necessarily need a ton of healing. You just need a way to be consistently healing. And she has that, along with her other abilities, and I just found myself finishing fights with full yellow bars quite a bit with her. So I think that's really cool. But Mojo, yeah, I would say Man-Thing first, then Mojo probably second right now. It could change when I get more experience with the other guys. Alright, Hinach. Still got nothing, dude. I don't know if you did type something else out or not. Whatever's... You know, I'm gonna go look at my filters now, because now I'm thinking maybe I did screw something up here. Just take a quick look at them all. I don't know. Can someone just type in heart? Just that's the only one, but I don't even think people are actually saying heart, but I'm just curious. Just want to know if that works. Or what the deal is with that. It's just a game. Send it over to saying join button still not showing for me. Will join soon. Well, hey man, it's the thought that counts. Thank you for trying anyway. YouTube is. I love YouTube. I don't want to trash talk them too much. But man, their UI department. Do they have one? Like, God, I don't know why they make it so difficult. Okay, the mods are able to type heart, but I don't see heart from anyone else, so that could be an issue. I mean, I see Cloud of Contempt was able to do the heart emoji, but... Okay. Well, it looks like no one else can do it, so... Alright, let me get rid of that. Man, I wonder what else I need to maybe get rid of. Live? I had an exclamation mark live filter because one of the bots was spamming that. I thought with the exclamation mark in front of it, who really does that? So, I don't know, maybe that was an issue. I'm going to get rid of that one. The rest of these that I have are... I added a couple of racial slur type things. Which I can't imagine that's what Henach is typing out. I don't think that's an issue. And then the other things are like weird characters from like different languages type stuff. Can someone try saying join? Join or join me? Curious about that. I said it, BG? Well, Eric, you might have said it, but it didn't show up in the chat, man. That's the thing, is these messages, the ones with the filters, it might look like it's going through, but it's not. Okay, join me works. Okay. Okay, alright, so the join is fine. Try typing in heart now, guys. Because I removed that filter, so that should be okay. It's these damn bots, guys. I had to do something to try to get rid of them. Use this emoji with the eyes. Henach. That shouldn't be an issue, because now I could see that message. That's the first message. That's the only other message that I see of yours, where you say, I used this emoji, arrows pointing to the eyes. It's the only other one I see other than the one with the super chat. Okay, now people are able to say heart, so okay. Tom sent it over another 2 saying, do you see mine? I sent both a heart and a heart. Before that super chat? No. I saw the heart emoji, the red heart emoji. But you typing out the word heart? Nope. But now I took that filter off though, so people should be able to do heart. I see a middle finger emoji. What's up, Lance Ardian? So that one still works. We're good there. But you don't get rid of them, you just stop seeing yourself. We all see the filtered stuff. Are you sure? Because, I mean, there's more bots that come in eventually, but it should get rid of it just entirely on the channel. It's always a fight against the bots, but I feel like I greatly reduced the amount of bots with some of these filters. Continue trying for uncollected. Am having trouble ranking up my 4-star Quake. Good idea. Or is ranking up my 4-star Quake. Good idea. And or awakening her with a generic. About to get. So I've torched that I'm contemplating ranking up. Quake doesn't need to be awakened, but she has a pretty specific playstyle that you kind of need to practice with. And if you're not good with that style, then there'll be other better champions to rank up. Yes, we say all the heart stuff before you remove the filter. But just yourself, or like the heart emojis were showing up, but was the words heart showing up before I removed the filter from everyone? Because I didn't see any of that, but I'm curious what you guys saw. But you should still be able to see your own comment always, I think. We have to go to sleep. Just heard the trouble, so stay to try and help. I can see everyone that said it before you remove the filter. Seems just you couldn't. Wow, Tom, that's weird, man. Tom, thank you so much for being tonight's biggest D before you go, man. Alright, take it easy on the heart spam there, Zach, please. We don't need to spam that much. Well, that really sucks if that's the case. Because I'm sitting here thinking, hey, we have a chat without bots. And meanwhile, some of you might be seeing bots going crazy in here, spamming all kinds of... Join me, I'm an attractive lady... bot thing. That's weird. Okay. Anyone else craving cinnamon hearts? I don't even know what a cinnamon heart is. Okay. How about the bots, though? Have you guys seen any bots in the last few streams? Because I don't think I saw a single one. But if you guys are still seeing them, then, like, what the hell? Chris Tackett sending over a buck. Thank you, Chris. Saying, yes, heart. You need to take a hard look at yourself. Huh? A hard look at myself? As opposed to a soft look at myself? Chris, thank you for the buck. I'm not sure what that means, though. Didn't see those tonight, so you're good. Exactly what the bot Kingpin would say. I can see others saying, join me. Other people in the stream, I mean, people in the stream, I could see them saying, join me. That was fine. But the bots, do you see bots saying join me that are like, come to my website where we do things. You should start every stream with join me. I'm an attractive lady. Yeah, that should be my next tweet. Just copying, pasting what the bots say. Also, we show up in the day streams. Haven't seen any lately, though. Maybe YouTube just got rid of them, too. I don't know. I don't know, guys. No bots, lots of hearts. Okay, well. I don't know, man. Anyway, it's getting late. It sucks. It's just another situation where, you know, we gotta try to work around someone screwing with the system that just ultimately screws with the system that much more. But whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow during the day, guys, but I might. And if not tomorrow during the day, then this weekend for 6.4 action. If I don't stream tomorrow in the day, then yeah, I'll just see you guys normal time at night. Shout out to Tom for being the biggest D. Thank you to everyone else as well. Where's my egg? Lego my egg crystal. Scarco. Don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but thank you very much for the 5 Australian bucks that you just sent over, saying, BG, end of my first week teaching from home. My arena scores are looking really healthy. Nice. Thank you for all the content and making isolation better. Awesome, dude. Glad I could help out in some small way, man. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Just time to blame YouTube and go to sleep? Yeah. We'll just do that. I mean, it's not even their fault. It's the people trying to abuse YouTube system, you know, but... Alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Good night, everybody. Open the egg or I sell my man thing. Well, I hate to break it to you, but I just tried opening this egg and I can't. Just like every night.